coach and CISD Athletic Director Joe Kettler. Thanks for joining us this morning, Coach.
Hey, you bet. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, sir. Let's jump right into it. The first three opponents that the Bulldogs have faced this season are some of the best in their respective classifications. Lexington, number 2 in the state in Division II, 2A.
Yes.
Rusk, really good. Beat a 4A opponent before the Bulldogs played them. Trinity Christian Addison, number 1 in the state in 11-man private school. What the opponents that y'all have faced so far, what do you feel like that's done for you and your staff?
Yeah, we faced some great opponents.
Yeah.
And if I tell you one thing about Crockett football, we don't shy away from any opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to play the best. I think if you're going to be the best, you want to play the best. And the way we see it with this schedule is that if we play opponents like this, all that's going to do is help us prepare for the district. And our ultimate goal is to always play well in district and to make the playoffs. So we feel like playing opponents like this will help us prepare for our district games.
The Bulldogs scored more points in their game versus Trinity Christian last week. Like we said before, they're one of the best teams in the state. What do you feel like that says about the progress y'all are making?
Hey, we're young, and I hope everybody understands. From last year, we had Dominic Wheeler, A.D. Smith, Donnell Parker. They probably total was 5,000–6,000 yards. Mm-hmm. So everyone in our offense is new. And we've had to move some Michael McKnight, Diasma Warfield to quarterback, which they've never played. Mm-hmm. So we're a very young team. Mm-hmm. And I think each week, as you see, you may not see it on the scoreboard right now, but each week we're getting better. Mm-hmm. And we watch the video on the weekends. We're there. We're real close of being a good team. It's just takes a little time. And with our youth that we're going into right now, each time they're on the field, they're going to get better.
A.J. Phillips, a freshman,
yes,
had a huge game against Trinity Christian, over 100 yards rushing, had over 200 yards all-purpose. Talk to me a little bit about how he's developing as a player.
The best thing about A.J. Phillips, he's a freshman. We got him for 4 years. Yeah. And he's an exceptional athlete. He really is. Great young man, too. Very quiet young man. All he does is work hard and everything. And he's going to be a great player for Crockett, for the next 4 years. And we throw him in. It's hard to throw a freshman in, in a varsity game. And we threw him in that first game, and he's jumped in there, and he's done real well. And he's one of those guys that we're going to keep getting the ball to. Like he said the other night, he rushed for 100 yards against a good team. He had that 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and he brings excitement to our offense. Yeah. It's funny that you say that about a freshman, but he really does. I mean, the seniors, they love him, and every time he touches the ball, you never know what's going to happen. He's an exceptional young man.
Awesome. Raymond Owens was injured going into the season. How has he come back from that injury? Because he's a big part of the.
Yeah, Raymond missed the first game of the season. Injured, came back against Rusk and had a great game. I think he had 10 or 12 tackles and everything. And then the following week, this past week, he gets hurt again. And so the hardest thing about that is that he's not getting to practice much. Yeah. And he's had 2 injuries now in 3 weeks, and he's not getting the reps in practice. He's a little slow this week, but he's getting there. I mean, we need him on the field the whole game. And hopefully the injuries will limit the injuries with him and so forth and get him well so he's 100%.
Victor Wooten has had a good season on defense. Talk to me a little bit about his role there on that side of the ball.
Victor has been the most consistent player we've had on defense. He's averaging 8 to 10 tackles a game. He's the force of our defensive line. But like Raymond, he's injured right now. Again, he's played only 1.5 games. And the good news is that after the x-rays and so forth, he is coming back. He'll be back for district. And we need him. He's the force of our defense. He's, like I said, he's the most consistent player. He played a little bit last year, and he's stepped up in this role this year, and he's like one of our leaders for defense. So we're excited about Victor, and we're real excited about having him come back, hopefully for district coming off his year.
Michael McKnight is a name that all Bulldog fans know. Everybody kind of knows him based on his performance over the last couple of years. Describe Michael as a person and as a football player.
Yeah, Mike is Mike's a 2-year lineman. He probably has more experience than anybody we have on the team. He's our leader. He's the one that's helping our young kids, work hard in practice and so forth. We all know Mike's a great athlete. We saw that last year and everything. We've put Mike in some little difficult positions this year. Because he's a great athlete, we've had to move him to quarterback some, and that's not natural. It's hard to move a senior to quarterback. But he took that role real well. Right now we're playing him. He's starting a defensive back, he's starting a receiver, and we also play him at quarterback. And the reason we're doing that, he's got to touch the ball. Being the best athlete, one of the best athletes on the team, we got to get the ball to him. And that's our job as coaches, to get the ball to our better athletes. So Mike's having a great year, and we expect Mike to, these next 6 or 7 games and so forth, we expect Mike to make big plays, and because he is such a great athlete.
Tevin Collins and Thomas Hickman are the 2 big men for the Bulldogs on the offensive line. How does their performance affect the performance of the offense every week? Okay,
yeah, first of all, we love those 2. Yeah. It's great to have 2 guys 6'3", 6'5", 330 pounds.
Yeah.
So they are our force. They are our offense. They're the 2 veterans. They played the 13, 14 games last year. And we always believe on the offensive side of the ball that you win the game up front with our linemen. And our linemen are our most experienced players we have on the team this year. And Tevin and Thomas both are 2 good young men. They work hard and practice every day, and that's going to make us go this year. We rely on them every game because they have the experience, they have the talents, and when things are crucial in the game, we're going to run right behind both of them. So we're expecting big things from them the next couple of weeks, and they're the force right there.
What are your thoughts on Darius Barber's performance so far this season?
Darius Barber has stepped up his game. He really has. He was a good receiver for us last year. Right now, he is going both ways. He's starting to play safety for us, averaging probably around 7 or 8 tackles a game. He's starting receiver for us also, averaging maybe 4 catches a game. And he's a big-time player. He is. He's a big-time player, and he's again, another good young man. Works hard in practice. We got to get the ball to him. We're a team that's with our youth and everything. We're trying to figure out things on offense, but with Darius, he's a guy that just got to touch the ball more, and that's what we're working on this past couple of weeks to do that. And he's a breakaway kid, big strong guy, and if we need to get the ball to him so he can make big plays for us.
This Friday, the team will be traveling to Madisonville. But Mustangs have always been really tough competitors, especially in games against Crockett. What do the Mustangs look like on film, and what are y'all doing to prepare for them?
Yeah, Madisonville's always been a big rival game for Crockett over the years. I think when they was in the district in 3A and so forth together. Madisonville's a good team. We've played three good teams, and our 4th one's good too. They're a strong, big team. They're very similar to us. They're a young team. Their strength is with their offensive defensive line, just like ours. Offensively, they like to run the ball. They're going to run right at you. They run 2 or 3 plays, and they do it very well. For us, we have to stop those 2 or 3 plays. Defensively, they are a even front team. Again, they're big and strong up front, and they run the ball real well. And for us to be successful, then we have to control the line of scrimmage. Like you said before, with Tevin Collins and Thomas Hickman, our offensive line must have a good game against Madisonville because they are big and strong like they are every year. And it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. It's just 2 young teams playing against each other, and we're excited to go down there and play them.
You'll get your first home game of the season next week against Corrigan. How do you feel about finally getting a chance to play in front of a home crowd?
You don't know how excited I am, and our team is to play at home.
Yeah.
We've had some long road trips. We're ready to get off that yellow bus for a while and to get home. We're really excited to just be at our place all day to prepare for the game. We're really truly excited to let our Bulldog fans to come watch us. We've had 2 long trips, and I know it's very difficult for them to get out of town and to watch us. And our young players and our young team, we talked about it the other day. We're excited about coming home in 2 weeks to show our our fans how we can play and perform in front of them.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us, Coach, and good luck this week against Madisonville. You can check CountyLifeOnline.com for coverage of the game between the Crockett Bulldogs and the Madisonville Mustangs on Friday night.